is your land.
Ye come seek an adventure into your pirates, eh?
Leave the jump to light speed.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Welcome to the Disneyland Beat Weekend Update.
Hi, I'm Amy.
And I'm TC. We have 2 weeks worth of headlines to cover, and Disney has a lot happening, so let's get going.
Disney is making news on the national scene as they confirmed that they will not build a Lake Nona, Florida campus meant to headquarter Imagineering and other offices currently residing in California.
200 of the 2,000 employee positions had already relocated to Florida, and Disney has said that they're going to help them transfer back to California if that's what they want.
It's a bit unclear if this would have happened regardless of the political clash with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. The business climate of Florida was specifically mentioned as a reason for the change, but considering the fact that Walt Disney World has seen a reduction in profits post-pandemic, while Disneyland's profits have increased, probably has something to do with it as well.
The Disney company and CEO Bob Iger are currently cutting more jobs as they reach the 7,000-person employee reduction goal across all sectors of the company. Hopefully that will end soon and the employees can breathe easy and enjoy some job security.
Along with the personnel cuts, there's been a reduction in content production at the company. They're still putting out quite a bit, but there's a shift from driving huge amounts of content to Disney Plus in a sort of Netflix model to being much more selective about what they produce, perhaps more like Apple TV. It'll be interesting to see how it progresses.
One thing is for sure, this spring and summer, Disney is doing well at the box office. Avatar, now Guardians of the Galaxy, which is one of the best Marvel movies we've ever seen, by the way. And it looks like Little Mermaid is going to exceed expectations both critically and at the box office.
Also in national Disney news, it's been announced that the Galactic Star Cruiser hotel experience will close completely later this year. It's a shame for the actor cast member community as the hotel created so many full-time acting and related industry positions.
It seems like maybe the hotel needed to keep the prices high and the hotel full to offset the extreme costs of running it. But the high prices made it inaccessible to too many of the Star Wars fans who would want to go.
It is, by all accounts, an amazing and one-of-a-kind experience, one destined to become legendary to those lucky enough to have experienced it, and we think it'll act as a cautionary tale in the hotel entertainment industry.
Disneyland has continued to move forward with the Disneyland Forward proposals, a 30-year plan that would see expansions of both parks, maybe a third park, as well as new hotels and retail experiences.
They will continue their community outreach this summer with a series of presentations at local parks, and it'll go before the Anaheim Planning Board and City Council after that. If Anaheim gets on board, hopefully we'll start to see some more concrete specifics.
Okay, let's get into Disneyland.
Crowds have been heavy this past week as we get into the heart of the Grad Night season, which will last until June 16th. Over a dozen evenings over the next few weeks, we'll be hosting Grad Nights with events happening at the Pixar Pier stage at Disney California Adventure.
This time of year, the Imagination Campus program brings in large groups of students who perform at the stage at Hollywoodland in DCA, as well as march the parade route in Disneyland. Expect large and sometimes rowdy crowds, especially in the afternoons and evenings with lots of teenagers.
Even though the walkways have been crowded, however, the ride wait times have continued to be reasonable.
Wait time for Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway and Rise of the Resistance fell under an hour, sometimes even getting as low as 30 minutes. That should make you think twice before buying that Lightning Lane add-on.
We have new news on Fantasmic. The show will remain closed the entire summer, at least through Labor Day, according to Disneyland officials. According to the statement, they'll be adding new magic to the show.
We were hoping that they would keep the show running while they made some minor changes, but this indicates that there's going to be some major changes made to the infrastructure of the show and hopefully some fun new additions. We did notice that the fire effect has returned to Fantasmic at Walt Disney World.
Something to keep in mind at the moment, the closure of Fantasmic has also meant the Rivers of America has no projections running during the performances of Wondrous Journeys, the fireworks spectacular. So the best spots to catch that show are Main Street USA or It's a Small World.
One of Disneyland's most famous feral cats, named Nutmeg, passed away recently. The ginger long-haired kitty was a longtime favorite of cast members and guests alike.
He even inspired a cocktail named after him that you can go drink in his memory at the Magic Key Terrace. It's a nice reminder of the productive relationship Disneyland has with its cat community.
More tarps and scaffolding have come down around the Adventureland Treehouse, and we're closer to an unknown opening date later this year.
We could see a few more details, including a ground floor level to the treehouse it has never had before. It's nice it'll have this interactive but accessible element, and we're really excited for the installation of the water wheel and tower.
In the spirit of both Swiss Family Robinson and Disney Society of Explorers and Adventurers, we expect to find impressive technology all over the treehouse that has been crafted from jungle resources.
There have been more fights in the parks. A bloody brawl in front of the train station at Magic Kingdom in Orlando went viral recently.
And at Disneyland, the parking trams had some rowdy passengers delaying service and the return back to the lot for a tram full of people.
The villas at the Disneyland Hotel debuted their Steamboat Willie splash pad.
It's really cute. It's got a gray, black, and white style, and it's a great combo of water elements and a Disney photo op.
There has been a slight change to the Disneyland reservation process. You still have to make one, but if you want to change the date of your reservation, you can now edit it simply by changing the date.
Before, you had to cancel your reservation and make a new one. This makes it easier. It's a bit of a consolation prize to what is happening at Walt Disney World, though, where reservations are going away entirely for tickets.
The final Star Wars night wrapped up this past week. The over-the-top from a galaxy far, far away after-hours event is the crown jewel of the late-night events at Disneyland. Star Wars Month officially ends with the closing of Hyperspace Mountain on June 4th.
Pride Night, a new after-hours event, is coming this June 13th.
On a call discussing Disneyland Forward this past week, Disneyland president commented on the new Avatar-themed experience or attraction coming sometime in the future to the park.
He shared that he was surprised by the project, finding out about it when the public did, and that currently Imagineers are working with director James Cameron to figure out what it will be, but they are going, quote, bold.
We expect to see Ariel starting her meet and greet near It's a Small World sometime this next week. The live-action film, which is getting positive reviews from the critics, opens this coming Friday, May 26th.
Construction continues at Tiana's Palace and the Mint Julep Bar. After several weeks, Disney has put up painted construction scrims that are attractive, and they help maintain the look of New Orleans Square.
Over at San Francisco Square, it seems much of the exterior painting has been completed. This past week, construction walls surrounded the Boudin Bakery tour, which is getting interior work done. However, by all accounts, the bakery tour will remain the same, but with the Pacific Wharf Bakery getting rethemed to the Lucky Cat Cafe.
Looking at this next week's calendar, it's fairly light. Grad Night is happening Wednesday and Thursday, the 24th and 25th, closing DCA at 9 p.m. to other guests.
Also notable is that Wondrous Journeys will only run fireworks on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays this week, with projection-only shows on the remaining weekdays.
Matterhorn Bobsleds is still in maintenance mode and will remain closed through June 1st, reopening June 2nd. But that's it for Disneyland this next week.
The Silly Symphony Swings have reopened this weekend at DCA, so for this week, every ride in the park is up and running. Yay!
Looking ahead, there are 4 rides closing June 5th. Peter Pan's Flight, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, Alice in Wonderland all in the same building, and over at DCA, Ariel's Undersea Adventure.
Little Mermaid is closed through June 7th, reopening June 8th. Toad and Alice are closed through June 15th, reopening June 16th, and Peter Pan is closed through June 29th, reopening June 30th.
And we're almost to the end of Splash Mountain, at least in this country. The ride's last day of operation will be May 30th. By May 31st, it's closed so we can go down to Bayou.
Well, that's it for us today.
Thanks for joining us. Please subscribe if you're new and leave us a comment.
May the light in the firehouse window always shine brightly.
And may your dreams always come true.
See you real soon, Mouseketeers.